Hello there, Paleo FX crew. Happy Thursday to everybody. And we're getting towards the end of National Nutrition Month, which is the month of March. And what better time to talk to the CEO and the founder of Memberbox, who I have right here live and in person. Well, not exactly in person, but he is live, Mr. Stephen Ezell. Stephen, how you doing today, sir?
I am living a dream, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Living the dream. I know it because you are not working for the man. You are working for yourself.
Well, it depends on which day it is. Sometimes it's a dream. Sometimes it's not. But it's a thrill a minute, man.
It is a thrill a minute. That's the entrepreneurial roller coaster, right? And all of us who are entrepreneurs, we realize that some days it's just like, I was just born into this. I'm the luckiest person alive. And then there's other days it's like, did I really sign up for this? Seriously?
Well, I explain the entrepreneurial journey. I mentor a bunch of entrepreneurs, a local incubator. And I think the perfect entrepreneur in the day-to-day life is this a balance between I am completely invincible. There's nothing in the world that could possibly fail me. And then, holy crap, what did I just get myself involved in? Everything's going to blow up. And it's like somewhere in the middle of, risk and fear and total confidence. But yeah.
Right. I equated a lot to my past sporting career where there were times where you're just in flow and everything's rocking and rolling and you can do no wrong. And then there's those games where you're just like in front of 80,000 people and you're just like, is this really happening to me? Am I really getting stomped in front of everybody like this? Wow. Yep. Okay. Not as good as I thought I was. I have to go back to the drawing board and come back out swinging again. But yeah, it's all good, man. But you have to be wired especially for this, right? I mean, it's not for everybody. But for those who it is for, being wired is one thing. Having some education and a tribe that's been there before that can kind of show you the ropes a little bit, that helps immensely. To think you can do this in a vacuum on your own, man, you're going to have a tough slog at it, which is why we put on Health Entrepreneur FX, to give help and to give tribe to those who are wired in such a way to put out a fantastic product, but who need help, because we all need help. We all have shortcomings that need to be covered. Stephen, tell us a little bit about Memberbox.
Well, Memberbox is the culmination of a few of my existing companies and things that I've done in the past. And it all started with a radical question that I asked myself a year and a half ago, being heavily involved in the health and wellness space and mentoring some of the leading health and wellness entrepreneurs on the planet, having a really cool company called My Green Fills, which is a fast growing eco non-toxic company, which I co-founded and have still run to this day. I asked myself a radical question, Keith, about a year and a half ago, and I said, man, what could I create to empower our community of health and wellness influencers and thought leaders? What can I do to create a platform where they can equip, train, and absolutely monetize their community with value? And I had this radical idea of, what Memberbox is. And then, 8 months went by and I was in a mastermind retreat with, some really close friends like JJ Virgin and, Paul Krummenacher and friends. And one of the members of the group, got in front of for a hot seat section. Her name is Yasmina Yickelstam, who was a really amazing influencer in the histamine space, helping women balance their histamine hormones naturally. And she says, hey, I really need a way to serve my community, and I need to make some money because I'm going away in a couple of weeks for cancer treatment, and I need to generate some revenue. How do I do it? And I just kind of sunk into my seat, Keith, and I says, man, I think I know how. So I pulled JJ and Carl to the side. I said, hey guys, I got this idea, been stewing on it for about a half a year, thinking about building this concept. And JJ and Carl both look and says, you have a moral obligation to the world to build it. And it's launched, and we're really honored to have, and I'll explain what it is in a second.
Right.
We're honored to have Paleo FX as one of our founding members of Memberbox. My biggest regret is that I didn't build it fast enough. Yasmina went to the other side, but she was really the catalyst and why I decided to build the first 100% turnkey platform where health and wellness entrepreneurs like Paleo FX, right, that have a community, that are creating change, that are preaching a message that potentially could be contrary to popular belief, where we can help you at Paleo FX and others curate a monthly or quarterly subscription box to equip, train, and monetize your community with value. So now, Paleo FX, which is launching at the show in just a few short weeks.
Right
so
on.
Stop by the booth and you can, subscribe to the Paleo FX Health Box, which is powered by Memberbox. So we have the platform, the ecosystem where we, again, curate products. We work with sellers to put products in boxes, but then on the back end, we have a marketplace where then members can shop for products from brands that are making a difference at a fraction of the cost of anywhere online. So we're literally on a mission, Keith, to disrupt e-commerce and change the way, fundamentally, commerce is done. I have this naive belief that if we get enough people voting with their dollars, we can alter markets. Like, we can change markets, right? That's why, like, organic spinach is, the same price as regular spinach. It's not because a bunch of farmers became philanthropists. It's because enough people voted with their dollars and said, right, we want to buy this. Businesses pivoted. So that's the genesis of Memberbox, is to create an ecosystem where we can elevate brands and sellers, connect them with amazing influencers, so that we can serve, a community at large in a whole new way.
Right. I love that message, because I know that the individual consumer feels like they have absolutely zero power, which is anything but. In this capitalistic system that we are in, you have all the power, every bit of power, because you are the one who is ultimately spending the dollars. And we look at the Paleo FX floor as a microcosm example of that. First year, 12 vendors. 7 years later, over 180 vendors, none of which could survive without people spending money.
That's right.
Right. And all of these are sucking money away from other products and other services that aren't as green, aren't as clean, and don't fit into that person's ecosystem, into their awareness and what they want to do. The only reason that can happen is because people have shifted their spend.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I love this. So what does it look like from the consumer side? What does a Memberbox look like from the consumer side?
Yeah. So a consumer, and we think, the boxes that we're putting together with your team, Keith, is going to be unbelievable. So let's just say for whatever that price tag is, for $50 a month, we're going to curate $80, $100 in the box that the consumer may or may that this particular
Are you still there, brother? Stephen froze up on me right in the middle of such an awesome explanation. We'll give it a second, see if Stephen comes back in. Oh, technology. Oh, bandwidth. You'll be back in a second. So yeah, going along that. Oh, here he is.
What?
Hey, he's back.
We're back online.
Back online.
It was bizarre. Sorry about that.
No problem. So you were talking about what this looked like from the consumer standpoint, if depending on how much the consumer wanted to drop on the box. So there's different membership levels.
Yep. So based on the guide, so we don't, so each Memberbox quote unquote influencer, we call them a guide, right? Because we feel like we're guides. The consumer is the hero. Right. They have dreams and desires and they want to win the fight. We're just helping them do that. So what, Paleo FX is doing with your box is now you can equip and train your community to live the life that you're saying is possible. You're going to take some of the guesswork out, because you guys vet so many products. I know how rigorous, it takes to become one of, your sponsors, exhibitors. You don't accept anybody in, right? So you guys go through such great lengths to vet these brands and these products before they're allowed on your floor. Well, now your community at large can actually get these products in their hands for a fraction of the cost of anywhere online or offline. And they can, on the back end, as a member of Memberbox, they can shop for those products at exclusive pricing, because what we've done for sellers, right, for brands that are selling product that are going to be in boxes, is we offer risk-free selling. Unlike other platforms like Walmart and Jet and Amazon and Groupon and these other platforms that charge lots of fees to transact on their platform, we don't charge any fees. So we're passing so much value to an end seller so that they can pass some of that margin to the end consumer who needs it. So again, we're just leveling the playing field for new sellers and new brands that are trying to get out there, or huge monster brands to get their products in the hands of their dream customer with the endorsement of one of our guides, one of which is PaleoFX.
Right.
So
we're just happy to be so, by the way.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you, Keith. You guys are just amazing, and honored to support you guys in building this program. So now, so we've just created really an amazing value proposition for guides or influencers, for sellers, and all of that value trickles down to the end consumer so they can shop smarter, shop better, vote with their dollars smarter, so that we can fundamentally change markets.
I love that. I so love this idea. I can't, if I could reach through the screen, I would hug you, Stephen.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
We'll withhold the hug until then. Stephen, where did I see you speak last? Was it at Mindshare? Was it at, yeah.
I was on stage a bunch at Mindshare, which was awesome. Right. I've got a couple really cool talks that we're going to do at Healthpreneur as well as at the general show. So super fired up to create value for the community. I've made 1.5 million mistakes. So if I can help, fellow entrepreneurs not make the same ones I did, really honored to do so. Because again, I believe it's not, I don't believe that people, we talk about voting with dollars, that's where the real change happens. It's not just at a voting booth every couple of years in November. It happens every single day when you're shopping online, when you're at the store. That's where real change happens.
Right.
And I just, I'm really thrilled that I'm part of a movement that is enabling that change to happen.
And we totally feel that way. Vote with your dollars and vote with your attention. That is the most immediate form of democracy you have. And really, and this is, PaleoFX is just a reflection of what is happening in the movement, right? We don't create so much as we reflect what's going on. And our vendor floor is simply a reflection of this idea, attention and dollars. Only 12 vendors were in it, really even in our ecosystem 8 years ago. And now over 180. And there's a lot more who would love to come in if we had the space. And we simply don't have the space right now. Our expo manager, Peter Bauman, right now is
tapped
out. He's a busy dude. He's actually staying in our house right now. So I get to see up close and personal. The dude is working 24/7. Yeah, he's doing an
amazing team.
No, we do. In fact, we absolutely do. So, Stephen, for people who have said, I know what these subscription services are like. What sets you guys apart from anybody else?
Well, there's lots of things. Number one, the products that we are curating that are getting put in boxes, whether it's the PaleoFX box or JJ Virgin or whoever that program is, we're working with some amazing sellers that you probably never heard of before. I'm on a mission to put companies on the map that have not been there before. So super fired up to introduce new sellers, new products and services to the market that people haven't heard of. Also, on the back end, again, people can shop for products at a fraction of the cost of anywhere online, even the seller site. Unlike any other box site, there's actually a marketplace behind it. And it's not just a surprise box Now you can actually shop. So and in the coming months, the new marketplace that we're launching, clearly, let's just say, in our, May box, the Paleo FX May box, there's 7 products. Well, there's 180 that that you're willing to endorse. We can't put logistically 180 brands in a box, or even over the course of a year. So what we want the user to do is, when they log into the Memberbox portal, into the marketplace, they can literally sort for your approved products. There may be 10,000 products available, which there will be by the end of the year, but I want to know the ones that Paleo FX says they vetted. Well, now they can sort and shop by what you've already vetted, and it shortens the learning curve. Right. So now the competition for the sellers is not only at a price, it's now to get your endorsement.
Right.
So now the end user can shop the things from somebody they trust. This has never been done before. Right. I mean, we've literally reinvented e-commerce. We built this entire platform. This wasn't like a plug and play business. It's taken us a year and almost over $1 million to build what we've just launched, and which is going to be just a simply better place to shop. It's a better place to shop. It's a better place to equip and train a community. It's a better place to sell on. We've just, again, leveling the playing field so that, again, I've said it before, just so that we can change markets and, create a new movement.
Right. I so love this idea, both for the business person and for the end consumer. It's what a fantastic idea, and super proud to have you guys sponsoring Health Entrepreneur FX. Stephen, cannot wait to see you at both of the shows. Can't wait to see you guys at Health Entrepreneur FX, and in the following 3 days after that at Paleo FX at the big show. Cannot wait to see you guys there.
Well, do me a favor, bro. From now till then, give Michelle and Peter a hug. Save one for yourself, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks and everybody there.
Right on. Why don't you drop the link for Memberbox right quick? And we will have it in the notes, but in case someone's just listening right now and they want to
go to memberbox.com, memberbox.com. Come check it out. Learn about becoming a guide, becoming a seller, becoming a member, learning about all the guides that we have available, like Paleo FX, where you can join. And we're launching it at the show. So if you're going to be at the show, come stop by the booth. And we'll actually have a bunch of products there and boxes where you can actually touch and feel and experience what you'll be signing up for. It's going to be pretty cool, Keith. Excited to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and something for everybody, something for the buyer out there, and certainly something for the guide, for the curator to get their message out as well.
Yep.
Stephen, thank you very much for all you do. I cannot wait to see you in a few short weeks. My stomach
it's coming. It's coming.
We got a show in a few weeks. Whoa. There's no pushing the deadline back, man. That's a hard deadline.
No doubt.
All right, Stephen. Have a fantastic day. I love what you guys are doing at Memberbox, and thank you very much for your support.
Perfect. My pleasure. Godspeed, man.
Right on.
Bye for now.
Everybody out there in Paleo FX world, I will talk to you fine people very, very soon. Take care.